Hello again, everybody. I'm Chris. I'm all set to count down the 40 most popular country songs in the nation as they're ranked by MediaBase 24/7 for the chart week of November 4th, 2023. I have one debut on the chart this week. We'll get to that one in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back at last week's top three. At number 3 was God Gave Me a Girl by Russell Dickerson. Number 2 was Thinking About Me by Morgan Wallen. And the number 1 song last week was Try That in a Small Town by Jason Aldean. Now, can Jason hang on to that number 1 spot again this week? We'll find out 39 hits from now. First, we get started with the latest by Sam Hunt as he slips a notch to number 40 with Outskirts. Slipping 2 spots to number 39, here's Megan Moroney and I'm Not Pretty. At number 38, dropping back 2 spots, is Zach Bryan and Casey Musgraves with I Remember Everything. Moving up 1 to number 37, here's Tyler Hubbard with Back Then, Right Now. And here's the week's only debut, coming in at number 36. It's the 20th top 40 hit by Luke Combs called Where the Wild Things Are. And with that one debut, one song drops out this week, and that's Mama's House. Right on with the countdown, spending a second week at number 35 is Jordan Davis with Tucson Too Late. At number 34 again this week, here's Carly Pearce and Chris Stapleton with We Don't Fight Anymore. At number 33 again this week, here's Carrie Underwood with Out of That Truck. At number 32 again this week, it's Scotty McCreery with Cab in a Solo. Dropping back 1 to number 31, here's Gabby Barrett with Glory Days. Trading places with Gabby, moving up 1 to number 30 in his 9th week in the countdown, it's Parker McCollum with Burn It Down. At number 29, dropping 1, it's Brian Kelly with See You Next Summer. And moving up 1 to number 28, here's Kane Brown with I Can Feel It. Dropping back 1 to number 27, his 27th week in the 40, here's Jackson Dean with Fearless, The Echo. And trading places with Jackson, moving up 1 to number 26, is Cody Johnson with The Painter. Holding steady at number 25 in his 18th week on the chart, Hardy with Truck Bed. At number 24 for the 3rd week, it's Brothers Osborne with Nobody's Nobody. And for a second week here at number 23, here's Warren Ziders with Pretty Little Poison. At number 22 again this week, here's Ashley McBryde with Light On in the Kitchen. And spending a second week at number 21, his 20th week on the chart, here's Chase Beckham in 23. And at number 20 for a second week, here's Connor Smith with Creek Will Rise. At number 19 again this week, here's Riley Green and Luke Combs with Different Round Here. Dropping back 2 spots to 18, here's Chris Stapleton with White Horse. And moving up 1 to number 17, here's Nate Smith with World on Fire. At number 16, up 1, Mitchell Tenpenny with We Got History. Holding down the number 15 spot again this week, it's Kelsey Ballerini and If You Go Down. Holding steady at number 14, Chris Jansen with All I Need Is You. And sitting at number 13 for a second week, George Burge with Mind on You. At number 12 for the 3rd week, it's Dan and Shay with Save Me the Trouble. And for a 3rd week in a row, here at number 11, it's Luke Bryan with But I Got a Beer in My Hand. Right, leading off the top 10, a former number 1 by Luke Combs, down a spot this week, Fast Car. And with her former number 1, down 4 spots to number 9, here's Lainey Wilson with Watermelon Moonshine. Well, Lainey has back-to-back hits this week as she joins Jelly Roll with a tune that moves up 2 spots to number 8, called Save Me. At number 7, with the first of his 2 solo hits in the top 10, here's Morgan Wallen as he climbs a notch with Everything I Love. At number 6, up a notch, here's Tim McGraw with Standing Room Only. The song has been on the chart the longest at 44 weeks, continuing to climb, up 1 to number 5, Dylan Scott with Can't Have Mine. At number 4 for a second week, it's Russell Dickerson with Stars Like Confetti, or by Dustin Lynch. At number 3 is Russell Dickerson. He spent the second week in that number 3 spot with God Gave Me a Girl. Here's last week's number 1, dropping to number 2 this week, Jason Aldean with Try That in a Small Town. And the number 1 song in country music this week, taking 13 weeks to get here, and this becomes his 10th number 1 country hit. It's Morgan Wallen with Thinking About Me. Thank you for listening. I'm Chris. See you next week.